We spend much of our lives making plans. We plan our days, our work, our relationships, and even our joys. In doing so, we believe we have created some control over the path of life. Yet how often do we discover that what seemed certain yesterday has changed today? A plan that looked strong, like a house of stone, can crumble in a single moment. An illness arrives without warning. A loved one makes a choice we did not expect. A job, once secure, disappears. These events remind us that plans are fragile, like paper in the wind. When our plans break apart, the first reaction is often disappointment or anger. We may ask, "Why did this happen to me?" We may feel as though life has betrayed us. But if we look closely, we see that it is not life that betrayed us. It is our own attachment to a picture we painted in our mind. We held tightly to that picture, and when it was torn, we felt pain. This does not mean that planning is wrong. Plans can guide us, like a map that shows the way. But we must remember that a map is not the road itself. The road has turns we cannot see. To walk with awareness is to understand that plans are useful, but never certain. They are like lanterns that shine for a time, yet cannot change the shape of the night. When we see this clearly, we are not surprised when life moves differently than we expected. Instead of being broken by change, we begin to see change as the natural condition of life. And in this way, even when plans fall apart, we remain steady inside. When the unexpected comes, it often shakes the ground beneath our feet. We may feel lost, uncertain, or even afraid. In such moments, the mind quickly searches for answers. It asks, "What should I do now? How can I fix this?" This rush to repair what is broken can sometimes make the heart even more restless. But calmness does not come from solving everything at once. It begins with a simple pause, with the courage to stop and breathe. Calmness is not about ignoring reality. It is about meeting reality as it is, without adding more fear or anger to it. When a storm arrives, the tree does not fight the wind. It bends, and by bending, it survives. In the same way, when life changes suddenly, we can bend without breaking. To be calm is not weakness. It is strength that rises from acceptance. In calmness, we begin to see more clearly. We notice that the world has not ended, even though our plan has. We notice that there is still a path, though it is not the one we expected. From this place, wise choices can be made. We no longer act only from fear, but from clarity. Every unexpected event carries within it both challenge and possibility. When we meet it with agitation, we see only the challenge. But when we meet it with calmness, we also see the possibility. Perhaps a closed door invites us to turn toward another, one we had not noticed before. Perhaps an ending clears the way for a new beginning. Calmness allows us to trust that, even when the road changes, life continues to move forward. And we too can move forward with steady steps. When our plans fall apart, it is natural to feel that something valuable has been stolen from us. We think, "This was not supposed to happen." The mind resists the break in order and calls it misfortune. Yet, if we look more deeply, we may begin to see that disruption itself carries lessons we could not learn otherwise. Disruption pulls us away from what is comfortable and familiar. It removes the illusion that life will always follow our design. In this sudden space, where the old picture has vanished, we may ask new questions. What is truly important to me? What remains when the plan is gone? These questions open a doorway into meaning that is larger than success or failure. Meaning is not always found in smooth days. Often it appears most clearly in the cracks. Think of a stone path after heavy rain. The water gathers in the broken places, reflecting the sky. In the same way, when life is disrupted, The break can reflect truths we did not see before. A failure may reveal the kindness of those who stand beside us. A loss may remind us of the preciousness of each moment. A closed path may show us a road that is closer to our heart. When we see disruption not as an enemy, but as a teacher, something changes within us. We stop asking only, "Why did this happen?" and begin to ask, "What can I understand from this?" In that shift, the pain of broken plans becomes lighter. It is no longer only loss. It becomes an opening toward wisdom. Disruption will visit each of us again and again. But each visit holds the possibility of deeper understanding if we are willing to listen. Change is not an accident in life. It is the very nature of life itself. Everything we see, everything we touch, and everything we feel is always moving. The seasons turn without asking for our permission. Our bodies grow older each day, whether we notice it or not. Even the mountains, which appear so solid, are slowly shaped by wind and rain. To live is to be in the constant flow of change. When our plans collapse, we are reminded of this truth. We may resist and wish that things could stay the same. Yet no matter how tightly we hold on, life continues to transform. The flower that blooms must also fade. The sun that rises must also set. This is not a tragedy, but a rhythm. It is the rhythm that allows life to be alive. Acceptance does not mean that we enjoy every change. It does not mean that we never feel sadness. Rather, it means that we allow life to be what it is, instead of demanding that it match the image in our mind. In acceptance, there is peace. We see that the end of one chapter is the beginning of another. We see that what is lost makes room for something new to appear. When we accept change, we walk more gently through the world. We no longer waste energy in endless struggle against what cannot be stopped. Instead, we learn to walk with life, step by step, as it moves. In this way, we are no longer frightened when plans fall apart. We recognize it simply as another form of change, arriving as it always has, carrying us forward into the unknown, where life continues to unfold. When plans fall apart, it feels as if the ground has been taken from under us, yet in truth, it is not the ground that disappears, but our idea of how the ground should look. The more we try to control every detail of life, the more we suffer when life moves in its own way. Freedom begins when we see that control was never complete, and it never needed to be. There is a great relief in releasing the burden of control. We begin to see that life is wide, mysterious, and larger than our designs. A river does not flow according to a single person's plan. It moves, it bends, it finds its own path. In the same way, when we let go of the demand to hold everything firmly, we discover a lighter way of walking. This freedom does not mean drifting without care. It means living fully in each step, even when the path is uncertain. We realize that it is not our control that protects us, but our openness to meet each moment as it comes. With this openness, broken plans do not close life. They open it. They reveal possibilities that we had not imagined, and they show us the strength of the human spirit to begin again. So, when life changes, when plans fall apart, remember that there is freedom beyond control. Within that freedom, there is space for courage, for renewal, and for peace. Before I end, I wish to express my gratitude to all of you who watch and listen. Your support through likes, subscribing to the channel, sharing comments, giving super thanks, and joining as members is deeply appreciated. It brings warmth to know that these words reach you, and I am sincerely thankful for your presence.